Good morning. Good morning. Blessed cold Thursday. Blessed cold Thursday. God has been amazing. God has been awesome. We are so grateful for the opportunity that we have. We are so grateful for the opportunity that God has given to us for us to be able to have this conversation. Apologies, I won't come on video because I'm on the road. I'm heading to the airport. And so I wouldn't want to compromise the voice and compromise the internet. Praise the name of the Lord. Are you here? If you are here, please just say good morning. Just do some good mornings wherever you are. Just do some good mornings wherever you are listening from. And let's just get excited in the room and be able to express ourselves with a best emoji that you need for this morning. It counts. That best emoji counts. That best emoji will just change the way the day shall be for you, because you are choosing what is right. You are choosing to do what is correct. You are choosing to do what, not just what you are feeling, but also you want to prophetically bring the sense of what you want to have into perspective. Okay. And so quickly, let's delve into our conversation this morning. It has to do basically with the encouragement I've always been giving to you since we started the month of May. Now we are about to conclude, getting into June, and that is to really, really get some time to reflect and to introspect to what is really going on. What is really going on in your life? I want you to take just seconds, and I want you to go into the chart. Write two things that you have successfully done since January. Two things that you feel proud of yourself that you have implemented. And then write two things that you are failing to do, and you are telling yourself this has to be done. Two things you have successfully done, two things you want to fulfill. Come on, let's go in the chat. I'm waiting just a second. Just two things, just two things, just two things. Yes, what is it that has been successful? What is it that hasn't been successful in this year? And those two things that you want to, you want to do, those two things you want to do, and you have been failing to do. I would like us to interrogate a few things. The reason why I've told you to write the two things you've successfully done and the two things that you are failing to do, but you really, really feel this you need to do this year. We are going to interrogate those things as we are going to have this conversation together. Okay, so let's begin with what you've successfully accomplished, what you have successfully accomplished. What is it that you've successfully accomplished? That which you've successfully accomplished, it is important for you to have this basic understanding that there is a reason. There are things that you actually did in order for you to fulfill those things. Okay, you need to congratulate yourself. You need to focus on that and take time to reward you, because you need to pick up some energies out of that. Okay, you need to pick up some energies out of what you accomplished, out of the things that you accomplished. Pick up the energy and build yourself and reward yourself. Take yourself out. You need to increase in energy to fulfill the things that you have failed to fulfill. But first, look at those two things critically. Question is, how did you fulfill those things? How did you fulfill those things? What is it that made you to fulfill? I'll tell you what was happening. What may have been happening is that you may have had put an emotional attachment of the success of that particular thing. For example, some of you have succeeded in writing that book. Some of you have succeeded in starting your physical fitness. Unfortunately, I'm not able to see some of the comments here. Please, back office, help me to just get some of those comments so that I can really look at some of the comments that our team have posted. Because those things that you have fulfilled, you had a certain emotional attachment in fulfilling them. And why you have to celebrate those milestones. Okay, I see here Yvonne said, managed to grow my business, became an international speaker in essay. Beautiful. This is beautiful. This was your goal. You wanted to step out and get into South Africa. Google said, I would like to be more consistent in pursuing. Okay, it has gone. I want to be more consistent in pursuing my spiritual well-being. I would like to be less emotional when delivering. Those are some of the things that she wants to actually do. Okay, so quickly, those things that we are still dealing with the success, things that you have successfully done. Now, listen to me. You added some emotions in fulfilling those things. Now, I want you to keep a focus on those things you've successfully done because that is the lowest you have achieved. Mark my words. That is the lowest you have achieved. That success, because many times when you successfully accomplish something, you actually fold your hands to and to think that this is it. When you have celebrated, when you have built a monument around it, and that thing is a success, I want you to know that in that vibe of celebration, I want you to know that that's the lowest of your achievement. So I want you to write in the chat, my greatest success is my lowest achievement. My greatest success, these two things that I succeeded are my lowest achievement. Are my lowest achievement. What that will do then is it will help you, like for example, getting the example of Yvonne. She's succeeded in getting that business running, but also, a speaker in South Africa. So looking at those things, those are the lowest achievements for Yvonne. So what must she do? Business requires consistency. Business requires excellence, commitment. Business requires getting the rightful staff that will be able to have the same eye the way she's had in order for it to still have the same vibe next year. So, girl, you've got to go to work. This is when you are starting to work. There is nothing you have achieved. You need now to ensure because there is competition that is coming. And therefore, what you are putting into this business, you need to put values that will stand the test of time. And you need to ensure that the staff that you are getting into the space, they are people that are going to bring sustainability. Anytime you set up something, ask yourself, can it run minus me? Because I am here to announce to you that I have started to build a legacy. We are calling it NLK Legacy Builders. So I am looking for people who want to grow their businesses that have to live beyond the tombstone. That if you died today and they put that tombstone, your business will still live minus you. Whatever it is that I'm doing now, deliberately, I don't have to be at work for something to happen. I am building systems. In your life, you need to ensure that whatever you embark to do, you must start building systems. And so I am inviting you to begin paying attention to this that I am deliberately I don't need a lot of people, because some of you are still in kindergarten in the way you are running your business. You are not yet serious. I need people who are serious, who must look at the two achievements, the three achievements, and ask yourself, how well will I grow this particular thing? How will I bring it to the competitive edge? If any competitor came in, will I still stand the test of time? We get an example of Coca-Cola. We get an example of Colgate. I am talking about us building legacies. I'm building legacies that whatever it is that you're doing, will your children, can your children still plug and play to what you're doing? Or does it really require you? Even the way you are raising your children, even whatever it is that you're doing, are you doing it for sustainability? Or it is now, that consumer mindset, that place where Africa is, just to consume, is what I want to, shift you from. There are systems that we need to build, that we need to create so that people can just plug and play. Those are things that I'm doing. For everything that I'm doing, I don't have to be there for something to run, because it is plug and play. Something has to stand the test of time. Project Life Design does not need me. I don't have to be in the office for certain things to happen. Liberty boot camps, I don't have to participate. I don't have to lead for it to run. We have built, an app, career app. There are courses in Flexiland. As a senior vice president, I don't have to be there. You can get those courses, give to university students, and plug and play. You can get the courses and be a mentor. We are building systems. That is the place I want you to go to. So for the things you've achieved, I want you to know that whatever it is that you have achieved, there is need for you to look at them again and see, how will this be sustainable? How will this, stand the test of time? So somebody was asking me, I've got a lot of books that need to be, published or printed and so on and so forth. But why I take time to really bring out a book, it is because every book I have launched out as an author, even my great-grandchildren, the principles that I've penned down in those books, The Make of a Real Woman, every time someone will pick up that copy, it will outlive generations, because the principles they are not speaking only to the person today. They are speaking to the person 100 years from now. I have built a system. When you look at my second book, Transitioning to the Courts of Heaven, so many people know that the struggle in someone's life is not having that understanding of the foundational issues and legal contentions and so on and so forth. The principles that I have penned down in that book will outlive my tombstone, will outlive my great-grandchildren. It is a plug and play, and my great-grandchildren will harvest out of the system that I've put. It is not just a book where you just sit and you get AI to write for you. No, it is being birthed out of my spirit. Okay. It is being birthed out of my spirit. That is why it cannot be phased out. Regardless, any other book can be titled the same title. But when you open, you can almost hear my voice. My voice is as clear in each sentence that you read. Those are things that stand the test of time. Boardroom to bedroom, it's experiential. It is a book that will stand the test of time. So what am I saying? Anything that you are doing, you need to know that lives are waiting. And it shouldn't just be lives when you are there. People should not just celebrate your presence now. You shouldn't just do things for you now. That is why you come out of consumer mindset. You can't have such a mindset. Think future. Whatever you're doing today, think future. Whatever it is that you are investing your money in, think future. Think about your not being there. What is it? Will your name be phased out? You need to live beyond you. Will you be phased out? Whatever you are doing, begin to add excellence to your voice. If you are a speaker now and you have achieved that speaking engagement, assess your speaking. Look at your physiology. Look at your tonality. Listen to your tonality. See how you really performed. And get back into class of public speaking. Get back into class of communication and begin to add value to that speaking so that you can begin to be a sought after speaker. Now I'm going to the airport. I'm a sought out speaker. I'm going to the airport. I'll be speaking tomorrow. We are having Liberty Bootcamp. If you're in Namibia, let me see you there. And spending the day with me tomorrow is like being, I don't know how I can compare because I know the value that I have. And I know the influence and the transformation that people will experience tomorrow. At no point will somebody regret being in my presence. That is what I'm talking about. It is not pride. It is basically where you work on yourself that you become valuable. That you don't have to announce yourself. Just what you give. People are able to tap in and say, whoa, why didn't I meet you yesterday? Why didn't I know you? Because everywhere you go, every statement you say is a standard, is a sign. Everything you bring out, that is a level. So if you've achieved your speaking, I want you now to take it to another level. I need you to get your voice in. I need you to understand how do you tap to the maker for you to speak into people's souls. So people can gather for a conference, people can gather in a meeting, and it may just be mere, people can just look at, information from Google and they come to tell you empowerment, do this, step one, step two. Yeah. But I want you to know if you're desiring to be an amazing, sought out speaker, it has to be the meeting of souls. You tapping into their souls and speaking even in the marketplace where you speak into things that will transform their lives. The moment they leave that conference, they must say, whoa, I've never been to such a meeting. Why? Because there are many people who are mushrooming as speakers. What would differentiate you? What is the differentiating factor that if they put 10 speakers, they'll choose you? It will be almost difficult to drop you and to ignore you. That is what I'm talking about. So whatever achievement that you have achieved in this first, half of the year, I want you to know, are you going to still be needed next year? Or if other people brought the same product, the same service that you're bringing, what value is it that you're bringing? There are many mentors that have arisen, across the world. A lot of mentors. I know what I offer. My mentorship is holistic. My mentorship is to bring a human being to their wholeness, to meet up with their higher source, with their maker. So I come in to bring in the spiritual aspect, emotional aspect, physical aspect, economic aspect, everything. So as a mentor, there's an advantage so we can line up 10 mentors in Zambia right now, in Africa right now. 10 names. Show me 10 mentors you have been to. And I want you to grade us in terms of mentorship and what we bring out, what we give out. That is what I'm talking about. I need you to be as valuable, not to be ignored. In the next season you are entering, you are not going to be ignored. So that is for you who have succeeded in those two things. I want you to know it's your lowest achievement. That success is your lowest achievement. Now let's go to the things that you have failed to achieve. Okay. The reason why some of you put up goals that you'll be waking up early to do physical fitness, you will do this, or your spiritual life, or whatever it is that you have put in the inbox that you have failed to do. You know why? You haven't seen the end. You haven't attached an emotion. So let me give you an example. For physical fitness, for those who are failing to wake up and exercise, there are two emotions that you can choose to attach to the end game. The first emotion that you can attach is the beautiful future you are going to have at 65, at 70. because you'll be so physically fit that you're not going to have so many ailments because your heart would have been trained to do so many things. And so when you search into the future, you're 40 years now. And when you look at 20 years from now, you look at, you know why I want to really look at 30 years, because when when you are 40 and you're looking into the 20s, only 5 years for me from now, if you see what I'm saying. So I'm like, am I already old at 60? No, Lord. But then the way I feel so youthful. I feel very, very youthful. I'm telling you, I don't feel my age. Why? I am physically fit. I watch what I eat. There is a way I envision my future. I want to run with my grandchildren. I want to be active with them. I want to play with. I don't want to be that old grandmother. Okay. I want to enjoy my hard work, things that I've worked for. When in my old age, I'm just now, So that's why I wake up. I've attached an emotion. So every day when it is cold, when you're failing to wake up and you've got reasons why you can't wake up because it's too early, it's what? For me, I would do so because of the future. But also, number two, I am a mentor. There are so many people looking up to me. And because there are so many lives looking up to me, there are things I cannot not do. Hey, come on now. There are things I cannot not do. So sometimes, in order for you to fulfill some of those things, look for people that are looking up to you. Start being a deliberate mentor. Start looking after people that will help you to deal with the things you are failing to do. Another emotion you can attach is what happens when you don't do that. Okay? Attach the negative emotion for not doing that. That also will push you to do some of those things. The other thing you can do is find an accountability partner, somebody you can check out things with, somebody you are consistently involving. I get surprised with some of the mentorship that you go through. You are not in contact with your mentor. Your mentor doesn't know what is happening to you. So there's nothing to look at and value. There's nothing and evaluate, by the way. There are no milestones that were calculated to actually revisit in June for you to succeed in the second half of the year. So look for an accountability partner. Look for a mentor that you are going to sit with, not a mentor by you are my mentor. I'm not talking about that mentorship of inspiration where you just look at somebody on Facebook and you say, oh, Dr. Nellie, you're my mentor. What are we mentoring? What are we mentoring? You and I, when did we really sit? When did we really look at anything together? What is it that I know about you? What is it that is going on in your life? I have no idea. So what am I mentoring? What is it that we are looking at to say, no, 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 no. I think here you should have done this. I think here do this. There are a few things you need to look at. That is true mentorship. So for those things you are failing to do, my friend, it is because of those three things that you are failing to do. And I challenge you, if you can just do those three things, if anything, two, because the other one you've got to use only one. Okay, where you attach either a positive emotion or negative emotion. So you have to pick one. What is it that you are going to choose to do in order for you to fulfill that particular thing? And then look for an accountability partner. It may be, usually I tell people mentor, because your friend, usually you can ignore their reasoning, you can ignore their counsel. But a mentor, there is a way you position yourself to listen. So be in the presence of your mentor. Send that email, send that WhatsApp. Be busy informing them. Someone will say, oh, Doc, you are so busy. I'm busy with what? I'm busy with people's lives. I'm busy with those people that want me to know what is going on. So many people have got secrets. That's why you are failing to achieve. And even when you've achieved, some of you may not know because there's nobody who's looking at the achievements and looking at the things that you've done. And some of you may also think you are achieving when you are actually not. When you're actually not. You could actually do better. I tell people, some of you are operating at zero point 0.5 of your greatness. like 0.5. I feel sorry. You are a young woman. You're a young man, a dependent. You don't even have a lot of responsibilities of husband and wife, or wife or children and everything. And the way you relax, as if you own the world. A bed that is not yours. You are oversleeping. Hmm. This is the season I'm challenging you. Arise and be counted. We are getting into the month of June. I need to see most of you in my inbox. I want to hear what is going on, and let's start building the legacies. Please, only those that are serious. I don't want one off mentees where you just come once and you go and I don't know what is going on with you. I need those people that will be consistent, those people that I can work with, those people that we can build legacies together. You are the one I'm inviting. And so I'm charged up for Namibia as I'm leaving. I'm about to just, start, boarding. Um, God richly bless you. And Namibians, see you very soon. I'm coming just now. And God bless you. Shalom, shalom.